Hello, everyone. This is Jess from Soul Star Healing and Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. So today we are going to do a actually completely new reading style for me. So I'm going to give you the all the information here before I start the reading. It will take a minute, but bear with me because I think this is going to be a very interesting reading. Yesterday, when I woke up, I received a very interesting communication from Spirit. I have two spirit guides. One is Shashi, who's more of a spiritual spirit guide. And I have another spirit guide, Alice, who's more of like an earthly guide, helps me navigate this earthly realm. Those are the two I'm clear of. Anyway, so I got this message that somebody's in a very imbalanced relationship. And I know it's not me because I'm not in a relationship. So it has to be somebody out there in the collective or more than one person. Okay. And basically the word that was used to me was this relationship is parasitic, which means one person is kind of living off the other person, whether it be financially, energetically, emotionally. Um, Things are not balanced. They showed me three cards: the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Okay. Showing the imbalance, the card that represents that reciprocity, the Six of Pentacles, and then the card, the Six of Cups, that shows that equal giving and taking of sincere love, and the Six of Swords, the ability to move away when we're not receiving it. And then I said, so where's the Six of Wands? And I just got, they're not there yet. You haven't reached the point where you can be victorious because this relationship is not providing that. So until you leave the relationship or convince this person to act differently, which is very difficult to do when somebody's in this type of energy, the Six of Wands will not be available to you. Okay. We also have the Lovers, which is another six card, but it didn't come up in this communication. So with that said, I don't know if any of those six cards will appear. I actually don't know if this reading will contain any of this information, right? I just have to kind of trust the process. Um, the other thing about it is that I've never done this spread before. This is how I was shown to lay the cards out. It's completely new to me. I don't know if anybody else does this spread, but bear with me while I kind of work with it because I've never seen it before and I've never worked with it before. So new for all of us, it is, from my point of view. So I'm going to start with a Kali Oracle. And just kind of see. I don't know why I was called to use this oracle for guidance in the beginning. So let's start here and see what happens. Okay. Spirit, please give us one card of guidance for this message that you would like us to receive. One card, please, Spirit. Kaladhara. Okay. Let's get the book on this and see what she has to say. Okay. She is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel you are without resources, take comfort now. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She can bring forth exquisite blessings and glorious manifestation from this sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe combined with the generosity of grace. Okay. I'm just looking a little bit further here to see what it says. I just want to read this first line. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kaladhara arises as a reminder of the endless creativity and resourcefulness of the divine feminine. Her love will always find a way. Okay? And then it says, if the way does not yet exist, then it shall be created. Just wanted to read that little bit there. Okay? Because I really feel like somebody's feeling overwhelmed and defeated and very stuck right now. And this is a very interesting card to come out. Okay, let's put her up here. We're going to start with one row of 5 cards. That's going to be the energy of both people combined at this time. Then I'm going to do 4 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards, 1 card, and the same thing on the other side. This is one person's energy, and this is another person's energy, and the state of the relationship will be in the middle. If you've seen this layout before, please leave it in the comments. I've never seen it. This is, like I said, exactly how Spirit wants me to lay the cards out. Okay, and again, I'm always bad at self-promotion, but if you do like this reading and it resonates, please like, share, describe, leave a comment, all the good stuff, okay? And if you'd ever like a personal reading, my email is in the description. Okay, get all that business out of the way. Spirit, please give us 5 cards to clarify your message. Okay. Oh, sorry. Was that in the upright? No, yeah, I think it was in the upright. There we go. 2 more cards, please. Okay. Okay. Let's start here. Okay. So, 5 of Cups. So, like I said, I think it was in the upright. It may have been in the reverse. So I'm going to give both scenarios just in case. Because if it's in the reverse, somebody's trying to move past this energy. And if it's in the upright, somebody is currently experiencing this energy. Okay. But this is a card of grief. Okay. Somebody is just feeling very let down by an emotional situation. Okay. Where normally the energy of the 3 of Cups should be bringing us joy and togetherness and a reason to celebrate, that is not happening. Okay. In the original white version of the Rider-Waite deck, one of these cards, one of these pools of spilt liquid here is green, which means the other 2 have wine, they're red. One has green, which means that was something toxic or poisonous. Okay. So actually, you think you lost something good for you, but you actually lost something that would have harmed you. Okay. Sitting here contemplating what to do next. Okay. There are 2 cups behind you, as everyone says. Yes, you can move towards that when you are ready. Because if you don't truly understand what happened with these 3 cups and you just turn around and do replacement therapy, oh, let me just grab the happiness, you're going to end up in the same cycle over and over and over again. The most important thing to do when you are here is understand what happened and what your part is in that so that you don't do it again when you turn around and take those 2 cups. Okay. So whether this card is in the upright for you or whether this card is in the reverse and you're moving on past this, don't forget to look at what happened, okay, with those cups and understand what role you played in that, because that's what helps you not get here again. All right. We have a Chariot in the reverse. Okay. Something's not moving forward. Something does not feel like a victory. In order for this Chariot to move forward, we need the energy of all four knights. We need somebody taking action in communication. We need somebody taking action from the heart space. We need somebody taking action with their creativity and inspiration. And we need somebody taking action to provide a sense of grounded safety and security and potential for the future. Okay, that is not being provided here. So this Chariot cannot move. All right. This is also very connected to the solar plexus and the third eye. So with this in reverse, somebody could be very out of touch with their ego, okay, and what is fair to expect from other people. And with that third eye, they might have very unrealistic ideas of how things should be. Page of Cups, throat chakra, heart chakra. So somebody here is trying to keep the communication in the heart space open. Okay. However, with the Page of Cups, this person is young and does not have experience. So there could be a lot of immature communication, or somebody is really trying to be authentic, but doesn't have the experience to really understand whether or not it's serving them to put themselves in this vulnerable position. Okay. And with the little fish there might be some surprises that keep happening when you're trying to, or the other person's trying to be um, authentic from the heart space, but things keep popping up. Okay. But there is a lack of experience here in the situation. Okay. We have the Fool in reverse. Okay. So somebody here is afraid to start something new. All right. Which would be a huge step towards a new journey in life. Um, it seems like there's a little bit of fear or hesitation to do so. So when we have the Chariot in reverse and we have the Fool in reverse, that's very stuck energy. All right. And a lot of hesitation on moving forward, or blockage from moving forward, and a lot of hesitation to start new, a new path, a new journey, right? This is the Zero card. And, and blockages taking that step, okay, that leap, trusting that if you step out on a new path, that process is going to be okay for you. It's going to be safe for you. Eight of Wands in reverse. A lack of communication, a lack of progress, a lack of things moving forward. Again, stagnant, stagnant, stagnant. Okay? We don't have anything really, there's no energy here. There's just nothing. There's no progression. All right, let's see what's going on beyond this. I want to make sure I have these in a good place so that I can get all these cards on the table here. Okay, I'm going to start with 4 cards here and 4 cards here. This would be one person's energy. This will be the other person's energy. Okay. Four cards, please, of spirit. I mean, for spirit. Four cards, please, spirit, of guidance here. Two more cards, please. One card on the floor. Let me grab that. Okay. One, two, three, and four. Okay. And I'm going to have to put these up so I have enough room. And I'm going to grab the four cards for the other person, and then we'll read those before we do the next room. Okay. Four cards of guidance, please, spirit. Okay. Okay, let's go here. Okay. So one person is definitely focused on being in a mirrored relationship that has potential to, with the wands here, bring a celebration, of course. This is a stepping stone to building a future. Usually, with this card, the goal is to move on to the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, right? That happily ever after, or building a legacy. All right. So, one person is intended here on really having a high vibrational relationship that brings a lot of good energy, that can really lead you to a place of fulfillment and a very solid future. Okay. Very, very good intentions here. Um, on the reverse of this, the potential would be the 10 of Swords or the 10 of Wands. But, this person with this in the upright, that is not the goal. The goal is to have a very happy, long lasting relationship where you're building a beautiful future together. Okay. Then we have the Death card. Okay. Definitely some huge transformation that needs to happen here. Okay. And I'm just going to pull this out because the card that comes after it is the Three of Swords. Okay. So I think with this coming before the Three of Swords, it's like, I, I think that whatever's happening, and I'm just going to say this is you because it just with the cards that are out, that's what makes sense at this time. But if this is not you, this could potentially be you. I think sometimes we get stuck on what we want to happen, which is this Four of Wands, and we're denying that this is the reality, this Three of Swords, this absolutely heartbreaking situation that really we are participating in this. We're allowing it to happen to us. And I think Spirit's pointing out here that, it's time to realize that when we allow people to treat us poorly, or we don't expect them to reciprocate the energy that we're giving to the relationship, that we are participating in our own mistreatment. And Spirit's asking you to, first of all, there's a Scorpio card. Investigate. Scorpio is the investigator, detective of the zodiac. Okay. Really investigate about why it is that you are allowing that. When you want this, but you're accepting this. Okay. Go deep. Scorpio and death are also about doing that shadow work. Look for the source. Look for the source of where that lives in you so you can put that to death. Okay? And you can start moving towards what you really want instead of staying in something that's familiar but is not helping you at all. Okay? We have to be in a, swords are our mind. We have to be in a place in our minds that allows us to stick this out and stay. All right. This heart can't heal until we choose to either take these swords out ourselves or not let people put them there anymore. Okay. We've got to pull the swords out and let this heart heal. If you can get through that process, what's available for you is a way to move forward and start building the grounded future with that long-term stability and safety and security that you want. Okay? But you can't do that if you're here. Okay? You've got to go through this process. This is what's necessary to get you to taking those first steps, right? He's the full card of the Pentacles of building that secure, stable future that you really desire. This person up here, Three of Wands in reverse, doesn't really look into the future at all. They're just not planning, not putting effort into growing things to see what can come to fruition, see what they can produce from that effort and that energy that they put in with those three wands so they can watch it grow and they can watch those ships come in for them. There's not even really a desire or a plan here. It's in the reverse. They're just kind of one of those people that is walking through life with no plan or no goals. Very different, very different energy. Four of Wands, Three of Wands in reverse. Normally, you would do this before you do this. You're here and they're behind you 1,000 miles. Okay? Sun card in reverse. Lack of optimism, lack of joy, lack of just being able to like take life in, and very with no goals, no enthusiasm towards the future. This is what your future ends up looking like. There's just it's reflecting the same energy. You just have this lackluster life that is not just bringing a lot of happiness. There's no other way to put it. I don't really need to explain it more than that. Eight of Wands in reverse again. Lack of communication, lack of energy, lack of effort, not really. I mean, all of these are fire signs here. This is just person, their energy is just completely closed off. Okay. What are they using their energy for? The Eight of Swords. Sitting in a pity party, not looking at the truth, not connected to their emotions, holding themselves hostage in their head. Why does this happen to me? Why is my life so hard? Poor me. Why does that person have this and I don't? Why did that person get a raise and get that promotion and I didn't? Just an absolute pity party. You're sitting here with the ability to, even with this broken heart, you're able to still look and see the potential of your future, okay? And start planning it in a grounded way. This person's just not even willing to look at any of the bright side of anything, see where they're actually keeping their energy from flowing because they have all of these wands in reverse and that sun in reverse. The universe is just mirroring the energy they're putting into things right back at them. And this is what's getting mirrored. Self-imposed prison, which is keeping you in prison too, by the way. Okay, let's go on to the next three cards. Okay, Spirit. Three more cards of guidance here. Okay, let me pray for the other person. Okay. Okay. So we have you here. 9 of Wands. Energetically drained, wounded, feeling like, how do I possibly move forward? You will, you're going to give yourself time to heal and figure out this Page of Pentacles, right? Good thing the Page of Pentacles moves slowly and methodically, like all Pentacles. Very patient with taking time to formulate a plan on the next steps, okay? So you have time, okay, to heal and really look. I'm going to move this closer for a second. I know these cards are very shiny. These are things here that, first of all, have the potential to grow. They all contain energy. Do you want them to be things that drain your energy and leave you like this? Or do you want them to be things that inspire you, okay, and ignite your passion and your energy? That's all up to you. This situation is draining your energy and leaving you wounded. Because the other idea that you can, my dog, that there's somebody out in my yard, I think it's the landscaper, and my dog is like pacing around the house. King of Wands. Or take your time. When you're ready, take this bandage off your head and boss up. Boss up. Focus fully on what is your highest excitement. You don't need this person to show you how to live your life to your fullest potential with your strongest passion. Hanu, that is enough. um, you know, this energy is available to you, whether you're a male or a female, to be the leader and the boss of how you own your energy and use it. Okay? This king is not going to use his energy, his resources, his time, none of that towards somebody who is not reciprocating and doing their end of the work and providing them with mirrored energy. Okay? You can do this. And what's the first step to that? Four of Pentacles. First of all, this person has their energy blocked because they're afraid. So the first thing to do is start trusting the universe here. Okay? Always guard your resources. That's just a smart thing to do. Don't give your resources to anybody that is not mirroring what you're giving, reciprocating back to you. Okay? But if you're in a closed off energy, as these pentacles here are doing, because you don't feel safe and secure, you're not going to be able to reach this potential of this King of Wands. His energy isn't blocked at all. He trusts that even if he lost his job today, it's fine. I have the experience. I'll find a new one. Everything will work out fine. He's not afraid of that. He doesn't block his energy. That's how he became the King of Wands. All of this growth and potential right here. So mind your energy, okay? And mind how much you do for other people when you are in a relationship, okay? So it seems like a very fearful relationship, whether it be letting somebody live with you, paying for things for somebody else, letting people borrow your things, okay? It seems like the relationship with that has been a little bit compromised. You can still protect your material items and assets, but keep your energy open. Have boundaries with people. Okay. Here's this person's energy. Seven of Swords. Okay. Would rather create conflict for themselves and other people instead of making good choices, good decisions in life. Okay. Not really thinking about the long-term outcome or the short-term outcome, to be honest. This is just known as a very sneaky energy, lots of gaslighting, and they cause lots of conflict and they cause a lot of confusion. All right. I see a couple of things with this card here. Ace of Wands. They have potential. They're just not using it in the right way. Okay. This is the only Wands card that they have in the upright. And there's another Wands card in reverse right here. Okay. They have potential, but they're choosing to be this Seven of Swords energy. They're choosing to be that Eight of Swords energy. The other thing I'm going to say with this is they may be using their wand to cause excitement in ways that are not serving you in the highest and good way. And I'm not a drama reader, but with this card here, with everything else, I'd say it's very possible that they do use their wand for their own greatest and highest good. Okay. But that's different for everyone. All right. And here we go back to Two of Wands in the reverse. No plan, no really solid decisions, no path to take. They really are not going anywhere. And if they don't have any of the resources here to provide, I mean, there's no energy here, there's no creativity, there's no positivity, there's no inspiration. You know, they're living in this type of energy. I can't imagine they're contributing much positive to you. And they have all these wands in reverse, and you have the potential to be this King of Wands, the highest level of the king you could possibly, I mean, of the wands you could possibly be. And the only thing holding you back here is somebody that's just an absolute energy vampire. All these wands are in reverse. Okay. No plan. I mean, there is nothing, no thought of the future, no plan to move forward, no putting your energy into something so you can see it come to fruition. Nothing. There is absolutely nothing going on with this person. And you guys see me pull the cards out. There's no way for me to possibly have any control over what's coming out here. I take jumpers. So, Spirit, whatever they had to say to me yesterday morning, they are being very clear here about what they're saying. This person, they literally, with all of these wands in reverse, have no energy. So they must be taking yours, which is very clearly said right here. And here you are wanting to use your wands for positivity with the potential again of this King of Wands. Okay. Sorry. I'm just getting very emotional for you. Okay. So we're going to grab 2 cards. You keep moving forward. This might be a long reading, and I apologize. Like I said, I've never even done this layout before. This is all very new to me, and I know it's an important message, so I want to take my time with it. Okay, 2 cards now, Spirit. Now the cat and the dog are chasing each other around the house. It's always fun here getting tarot readings at my house. There's animals running around everywhere. 2 cards, please. Okay, that card came out on its side. I don't usually take side cards, but I feel like it's important here. Okay. 2 cards, please, Spirit. One more card, please. Okay. So we have here you with the Strength in reverse. Okay. I think this is a lack of belief in yourself. Okay. And also, I believe that there may be some, from childhood, some coping skills you have developed that are keeping you in a state of fear and confusion when it comes to moving forward. And also, I will say this because I know that it's happened to me. For many reasons, my childhood was very chaotic. Okay. So when I was becoming older and started dating people or building relationships, I became very comfortable with chaotic relationships. And because I was not really aware of all of it, they actually got more and more chaotic because, if somebody is a manipulative person and they see that you'll take chaos level 2, then they're like, okay, let's see if they can handle chaos level 3. Ooh, they handled that. Let's throw a little chaos level 4 at them. And they keep raising the bar of chaos in your life. Okay. And we're susceptible to that because we may have been around a lot of it. All right. So we're not shocked. My shock value is very low. It's just now my F off is very high. Like my F off value is extremely high. So I've been here. All right. The higher self now wins. So I think the struggle here is really recognizing where some of your belief systems or patterns that you may have developed as a child because you had to survive in the environment you're in and you don't have a choice but to love the people causing chaos. And in my situation, my family wasn't causing chaos because they were bad people. Okay. There was a lot going on. It was very traumatic for everybody. And on top of that, they just weren't taught about, dealing with things properly. So things didn't get dealt with. All right. But just because this is a challenge right now and you're not doing this right now Now that you're aware of it, you can focus on it. Okay. You can focus on, okay, well, normally I allow people to keep me in chaos. I'm not going to do that anymore. And that doesn't mean you just stop doing it in one day. That means one time you don't accept it and you take notice of it. And then the next time you don't accept it. Now you haven't accepted it twice and you keep doing it until it becomes normal. And then this comes to the upright. Now you're working with your higher self more than your primal self that's in fear or allowing self to be in chaos, because that does feel safe because it's familiar. Okay. King of Swords. I think this is very connected to this of fear, of saying no and meaning it. Okay. Honoring your truth, your integrity, no matter what. So I think that with this being on its side, I think you've tried. I do think that. However, I think that it's not consistent. Stepping in, and I don't know what's going to come out after this, but I noticed there's two kings here. So there's something about stepping into your masculine energy, whether you're male or female, because you're doing too much feminine energy in this relationship, too much nurturing, too much worrying about the other person and not yourself. Stepping up into your energy, owning your own energy and leading yourself and other people, and you're respected. Communication, the way you talk to yourself and others. This guy does not back down. What he says is law. And it's time to allow yourself to, what's the word? It's not earn, to demand that type of respect when you use your words. Okay? It's on its side. I can see you've tried. Perfect it. Okay? While you're working on these opportunities to step into your higher self so you can put this strength in the upright, it's a good time to practice using that voice. No backing down. This person here. I don't like this with the Seven of Swords. Just going to say that right now. I don't like the High Priestess in reverse with that Seven of Swords there. To me, that is keeping secrets at a very high level, manipulative. The thing with the High Priestess is that she is very intuitive. So this person knows exactly how to not be honest with you, to manipulate you. Okay? Very, very strategic. I don't like that at all. And here they are, juggling. Like, literally juggling with your security, causing a lot of turbulence. Okay? Instead of their ships coming in here, coming into port, right? Here's the ships coming in. This is all the efforts of your energy, right? No, of their energy. No, the sea is all turbulent, causing a lot of problems. Okay. Let them be the little juggling clown by themselves. You do not. And literally with the pentacles there, they're juggling with financial security, financial safety, feeling secure. Okay. There's something they're doing here between, I mean, the swords, absolutely. But there's something here where they are putting you in a situation with money or your apartment or your electric bill or your phone bill or something, and they are just treating it like it's a joke. I'm sorry, I don't like this person. Okay. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. Okay. So here we have our Page of Swords. Okay. First of all, take the first step here. The page can become the king. All right. So trust that process. I feel like communication for you is, I was going to say king here. It's really important for you. I feel like your throat chakra is very closed. Okay. This is the throat chakra and the crown chakra. Okay. It's really time, first of all, to start speaking. Okay. The Page of Swords is the swords version of the Fool card. And your new journey is resting on your ability to learn how to communicate what you need, who you are, and what your boundaries are. Okay. We also have that alignment here. And this is like a huge step into a lot of clarity and like an awakening for you. Like a whole new version of you is born of this. Because once you allow yourself to align, especially that throat chakra and that crown chakra, you're going to get a lot of information from spirit guidance. And that with this Page of Swords always comes in like little ideas. Oh, I should reach out to this person, or I'm going to go to this place and have a coffee, and then you meet someone. But those are all little divine interventions from spirit guiding you on your right path. Okay? Stay curious and take the first steps into this new version of yourself, and don't be afraid. And where is this person? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Okay? This is a huge refusal, again, to use these wands properly and to heal. Okay? I mean, every single wand card, except for the Ace of Wands that this person got, is in the reverse. Because when the upright, you have the potential to take these experiences that have wounded you and turn them into experiences you grow from. Okay? Here, you're blocked from that energy. You're not gaining any experience in life because you're really not looking to grow. So you just sit there bleeding from your head with no growth. Okay? All right. Sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is the way this is going. And I had a feeling this message would be this way when I got it from spirit, that this person is parasitic. And more importantly than anything, what I'm, like I said, I'm seeing here is that they're an energy vampire more than anything. They're playing with you. And with the wands also all in reverse, it's affecting your confidence in yourself and your, again, your ability to communicate. All right. Spirit, may we please have 3 cards of advice about this reading? One more card, please. First of all, another sun in reverse. This person is not going to change. They, for lack of a better way of saying it, they like being unhappy. They are never going to, I don't want to say never, I shouldn't say that. At this time, the potential is very low that they are going to choose to live life on the bright side. Okay. And the universe is just going to keep matching their energy level. And if you want to stay stuck in that unhappiness with them, that's your choice. But this is the outcome of that. Okay. Another king. This is all about doing that masculine energy healing and really trusting yourself. This is really stepping up and being safe and secure on your own and believing that you can do it. Okay. There's to be around bad company instead of being alone is not going to serve you. Okay. Life is too short. And obviously, you're a very well intended person here. Okay. Believe in yourself. You have bossing up in your ability to provide for yourself and be a leader in that for yourself and others. Bossing up in your energy, in your inspiration, in your creativity, in your growth. Okay. And being a leader for yourself and others with that. Bossing up in your integrity, your loyalty, your fairness, your communication, all of that, and being a leader to yourself and others. Okay? There is not even one court card on the table for this person. Okay? Nothing. And here, trust your intuition because spirit is telling me you know this in your gut. You know this. Okay? We're not telling you anything here that you do not already know. Okay? Whatever, really, like, can't be any clearer. You know. So trust it. Because here you are, the queen, the high priestess in the upright. They're the high priestess in the reverse. That's not even like you can't even match that energy. You can't compare that energy. Okay. What she does in the upright is so high vibrational. And then in the reverse, it's just this manipulation and secrets. Complete opposite energy. Okay. With that said, now that I've lectured you today, I am going to grab one numerology card. Okay. Spirit, maybe please have one card of advice and then of numerology cards here. One card, please, Spirit. What do we have? This is beautiful. Oneness. Okay? One, one, one. And if you see that synchronicity, you definitely know that Spirit's speaking to you here. You are an extension of the universe itself. Trust your creative power that is connected. Trust your creative power. I'm sorry, it has a glare and I can't see it. Trust your creative power that is connected to the single infinite source of energy. Keep your intention pure and your thoughts positive. You are a master builder and are destined for greatness. Okay? Amazing. And now we're going to grab one Twin Flame Ascension card. Also, it doesn't help. The writing on this is like so small. Even with my glasses on, it's hard to see. Okay. Spirit, one card of guidance, please. Okay, let me get, this is an 1111 card, so it's a big, big message. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there we go. So this says compassion, higher heart opening. Igniting your higher heart chakra activates your ability to embody the highest dimension of unconditional love, which is compassion. Aligning with the heart of the universe allows you to experience expanded states of eternal love. This requires that you heal your heart by letting go of judgment that created separation between you and your desires. This card implies that you are hiding from your emotions or you have numbed your ability to fully express your emotional range. When you avoid feelings such as rejection, pain, or sorrow, it also blocks your capacity to experience higher emotional dimensions. Sorry, I just want to bring that up. Honoring all of your emotions gives you permission to express your vulnerability so that you can embrace your journey with grace. Seeing the gift in your lessons is a way to honor your feelings, giving you permission to be yourself. This card encourages you to stop judging your emotions or sabotaging your actions by paying attention to your needs. This path teaches you to accept the range of polarity between sorrow and joy. Finding forgiveness and acceptance will accelerate your journey to the heart and engender more compassion for yourself and others. Okay? So focus on, again, this healing that's needed to turn the strength card upright. You're doing great. You have all of this information here. Please leave in the comments if you have any questions or if this resonated with you for sure. Thank you so much for watching. And also, if you would let me know if you like this layout for relationship readings, because I do think it's pretty interesting. And with that said, you've got this. You can do it. Trust your intuition and get into your masculine energy here. That's really came out very clear. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you do well. See you soon.